I'm from AlexMovies.com.
And I'm from Masquerade Pictures.
Today, we put Slaughter Massacre on the table. Slaughter Massacre is the first feature-length film from Masquerade Pictures, and we are here with the writer, director, producer, gaffer, catering, best boy, grip, dolly, you name it, he did it, Manny Serrano.
Sure, I'll take the credit, why not?
Sure. Okay, so what is Slaughter Massacre?
Slaughter Massacre is it's a tribute to every 80s slasher film you've ever seen in your life.
Okay.
We started it out as a series of faux trailers the way they did in Grindhouse.
Yeah.
And we did parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 for this series that just didn't exist.
Okay.
And we screened it at Saturday Nightmares a couple years ago, where Michael J. Hine of the New York Horror Fest was running the competition. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but he came up to us afterwards and told us how much he really enjoyed them, and said that we really need to do a feature. And it was something we kind of tossed around about doing, but we never really took it seriously. But suddenly we have basically the authority. We have the authority of New York horror telling us you need to make a feature, and we said fine, we have to do it.
Nice. Okay, so now you did trailers. It's very 80s, I've noticed. Is that the concept you're going, and what were some inspirations for actually making this movie the way it's?
Well, we wanted it to be not just another 80s tribute movie. We wanted it to actually be something like this could have totally come out back then. This movie would have fit in with the Friday the 13th and the Halloweens and the Nightmare on Elm Streets and the Maniacs and all of that. Okay. And that's what a lot of the inspiration came from. We kind of did it. We took I guess you could call it a Quentin Tarantino way of looking at it, and taking little bits of this, little bits of that, little bits of that, and just creating this whole puzzle into a story. And we took a lot of 10 to Midnight with Charles Bronson, and we took a lot of Slumber Party Massacre. We took bits of Nightmare on Elm Street, bits of Maniac, bits of pieces, and kind of just jumbled it all together and created a story around it all.
Nice. So the audience can expect pretty much all those elements.
Oh, definitely. Everything you loved. You got the girls in the shower, the babysitters, the girl in the woods. You got the girl with the boyfriend in the bedroom, and you know, the killer shows up out of nowhere. The killer who you ran away from him back there, but somehow he's over here now.
Oh, so we've got magical.
Oh yes, you have the
magical killer. No running.
A little bit, very little.
Okay.
Very little, but it works. It works for what it is.
Okay, so having said all that, what was this shoot fun, or was there a lot of difficulties? To me it sounds like there was fun, but you know, there's always difficulties.
It is a little bit of both. I mean, it's still independent film. You don't have. If we had money to throw at everything would have been nice and easy.
Well, yeah.
So you take the good with the bad, but it was a ton of fun. A lot of the scenes were things that like all of us had wanted to work on. Some like the types of things we saw this in a movie. I'd love to do a scene like that, and we got to do most of those. So this was kind of a dream project for a lot of us, and that's what made it so much fun. And even a lot of the cast members who weren't so much into horror, halfway through the shoot started, I watched this, I checked out Slumber Party Massacre, I watched this that was a lot of fun, that was this, all because of just trying to get the influence from us. So we actually turned quite a few people on to horror movies that weren't really into them before.
That's pretty cool. So, more fun, less difficulty. From the sounds of it.
From the, you remember the fun, you want to forget the difficulty. You want to forget difficult things, because you want it to be fun. If it's not fun, there's no point in doing it.
As long as there's fun, it can be done.
Yes, it can.
So, now, the killer in this movie is called the Ripper, right?
Yes.
Okay, and his
mask
is right there.
That is our Ripper's mask there.
That's the Ripper.
Yeah. We had found the mask a couple years ago at a store that was closing down, and they had a box full of gold Halloween masks and everything. It was like everything in it was like $1.
Okay.
Me and Louis, the other writer.
Louis Cortez?
Yes, Louis Cortez. We found the box, and we bought everything. So we walked out of there with like 20 masks, $15 or so. and the mask was one of them. We tried to find the maker. We tried to find it. We searched all over trying to find where this mask.
So it's
came
defunct,
from.
basically.
Essentially, yeah. We sent it to a lot of different. We sent pictures of it to a lot of people that we know who make masks, people collect masks, and nobody's ever seen it before.
Okay.
So we had Mike Scardillo made he made an original sculpt based on the mask, and this is the new mask. The old one is similar to it, but not the same. There's different, elements here and there all over it.
And that would be Michael Scardillo of Zombie Hunters?
Yes, that would be the one.
Yeah. So now, clearly, that is an iconic look. Do you think you accomplished that goal in this movie?
I think so. I think so. I hope people see it the same way. That's what we wanted to do. It's something we wanted to do for a long time. Was also we always wanted to create the new monster, the new creature, the new whatever. The next Freddy, Jason, the next Dracula, Frankenstein, whatever. And I'm hoping that people see it this way. We feel we did. We love it.
So you created the first Ripper. The first
I don't know
Ripper.
about the first. I think there was a British guy that might about 100 years ago might. But to hell with him. We're way cooler.
That's old news. So now, this movie has a lot of exploitation in it, somewhat. Is that a big thing for you or Masquerade Pictures?
For me,
in general?
me and Lou were big exploitation fans, and as much as we put some elements of it in there, but we wanted to keep the movie fun. And as it goes with exploitation, they're not fun movies. The best exploitation ones really are like they're really hardcore, like Spit on Your Grave, and even Last House on the Left, things like that are very gritty and dirty and grimy. And that's how we think exploitation should be. So we have a couple elements of it in there, but we really didn't want to go in that direction because we wanted people to actually be able to stomach this.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll do an exploitation that'll just make you shit your pants, but that's long coming in the future.
Yeah. This movie, a lot of movies like this spawn lots of sequels. Will there be a Blood Slaughter Massacre 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kind of thing?
Yes and no. Yes and no. We're continuing the series, but not directly.
Okay.
The next movie, a lot of the scripts every script we have takes place in the same town, and we have a lot of recurring characters that you'll see come and go. So you'll see in the next one, you're actually going to see a couple of the cops, the people who would be their children, because the next movie takes place now, which is basically 30 years after Blood Slaughter Massacre. So the Ripper at that point would more or less be ancient history and everything that happened back then.
Okay.
And we move on, Lou. We move on to an entirely different story. Eventually, we're going to come back to kind of close this up a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to say as little as possible about that.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yes, no spoilers. Yes, but we do have plans for continuing this story and a couple other little things here and there. There's a lot in this movie that is going to spawn, I guess, spin-offs of sorts.
Like a branch off?
Yeah.
Okay. So, since we're on that topic, what is actually next for Masquerade Pictures?
Immediately is Attack of the Brain People. That's the immediate next project we're working on. It's going to be in Blood Slaughter Massacre. The girls watch a movie. They go to a video store and they rent a movie, and they rent Attack of the Brain People.
Okay.
We had shot 3 minutes of that, just so that we could have something for them to watch on the TV and have some sound in the background. But we did have a story to go with it. Okay. So now we're turning that into a sort of like a 1950s serial. We're going to do, I think 7 or 8 episodes in total, each one 5 to 7 minutes.
So a short film, basically.
Essentially, yeah. And you'll have a cliffhanger at the end of every one. And when you put them all together, you'll get a full short film.
Nice,
that's immediate. We finished 4 or 5 out of the 8 scripts so far.
Nice.
So within the next 2 weeks, those should be done, and we're going to start shooting around late April or so.
Nice. And as far as features go, anything on the horizon, or is that still just in the planning stages?
Planning. We have the next one we're working on that Louis' writing is it's called Decay.
Okay.
It's more in the vein of Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, only modern, like taking place now.
So 2013 era.
Yes, it's 2013, and that's the one where I say you'll see the cops and the cops from the first Blood Slaughter their children of 30 years later are now their cops and things like that. So it's kind of how we explain away using the same actors from time. So we have this one play his own son.
Oh, hey, you look just like your dad.
Exactly. It'll be things like that. It's also how we, when we branch off different things. In later movies, you'll see why. Everything has a reason. Why we brought this character back. Why we did that. We have a very long timeline that we've created. And
so you're a mythos man like myself.
Oh,
then.
big time,
Okay.
big time. Lovecraft all the way. Oh, I love.
I, as far as I go, I like universes.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait for anything else you guys do. It's pretty good.
I can't wait to show everybody. We have some big plans, and hopefully our budgets will get big along with our plans.
Well, I hope for your sake and everybody else's sake as well that you are correct, because I just saw Blood Slaughter Massacre and I hope that's the case. So
Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
now I have one final question that I ask everybody: Indie or Hollywood?
I aspire. I want to be the next Stanley Kubrick.
Okay.
So that is about as Hollywood as it gets, I think, or as Hollywood as what Hollywood used to be anyway. Nowadays,
It's all about the bottom line nowadays.
Yeah, it's all about big explosions and cheesy dialogue, but
And winning the weekend. Don't forget that.
I guess so. I guess so. No, I like. I'm a big old school movie fan. So it comes to Roman Polanski and Stanley Kubrick for me. That's my dream. So I guess you could say that if you want to say that's Hollywood, then fine, Hollywood. But you have to start with the indie. The indie. This is where we start. This is the bread and butter of everything. All the best horror movies have been independent to begin with. All the biggest ones. Texas Chainsaw was independent. Friday the 13th was independent. Halloween was, I guess you could say, it was independent. It was independently funded, at least.
Well, I want to thank Manny, Masquerade Pictures. Check out Blood Slaughter Massacre at bloodslaughtermassacre.com, or is it
MasqueradePictures.com. You can check us out on Facebook under Masquerade Pictures or Blood Slaughter Massacre. We're on Twitter under Masquerade. We're on Tumblr. We're all over the internet.
Yeah, it's the best way to promote, in my opinion.
Yes, it is.
It's free, social media. Check it out. Check out Manny Serrano, Masquerade Pictures. When can we expect Blood Slaughter Massacre? I know it's kind of far away now, but
we're going to start doing festivals,
okay,
things like that. So
the year is new. So
yes, the year is new, so there's a lot coming. Since the movie's ready to go, we're going to start submitting right now, and the premiere will be whoever accepts us first.
Okay, fair enough.
That's it. Screenings and festivals around the area. We have a couple different people who are working on getting us some screenings and things.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to say it just in case anything falls through.
Well, Blood Slaughter Massacre is going to be in the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, hopefully the rest of the planet area.
Nice.
Check it out. For Mario Likes Movies, I'm Mario, and this is Manny from Masquerade Pictures.
Mm-hmm.
For On the Table, we will see you next time. Yeah. So, Serbian film, huh?
Yeah, laugh my ass off.
Alright, so, good luck with the movie. I will see you at the
Thank you
next
very much.
convention.
Yes, definitely.
Have a good time.
Have a good one. Drive safe.